Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the program wherever you are joining us from. We appreciate you. We welcome you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining wherever you're joining from. We appreciate you. Welcome you. Thank you so much. Please like and share the program as you join the platform. Like and share. Wherever you are connecting with us from, share. Share to family and friends. Share to those who are close to you. Share to anyone you can be able to reach. We are here once again to do what we know how to do best. So reach out to Biafran people and continue to make information available to every one of us. You're welcome. Welcome.
Not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Words can be in vain because they are anchored up. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isod. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. So,
He say, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this very program once again today. I appreciate every one of you that has connected to this program, wherever you are connecting us from. If you are joining us from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. I appreciate you because it's not easy for anybody to connect to this program from Biafra land. We know with the difficult time that everybody is facing with the are joining us from any part of the world, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, from Russia, from China. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I come online. You will be among the first to receive the information. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And as you connect to this program, please kindly like and share. Like and share to other platforms. Make sure that we carry everybody along. In that radical evangelism, you have a role to play. I have a role to play. If all of us put our hands together, we can do a lot. When people gather and urinate together, then you have enough foams. So we're gathered together today to do what we know how to do best. And for those who are coming here for the very first time, I want you to know that this very platform where you are listening at today is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. A platform that is under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand. Speaking the truth and only the truth. In this platform, we don't come here to attack people. We don't come here to instigate people. We don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. What we come here to do is to encourage Biafran people. What we come here to do is to disseminate information, let Biafrans know the state of things, where we are going, where we are, and where we are going to get to. That is what we do on this platform. And in this platform is always an interactive section. You that is on the comment section have a role to play. That is why each time I come online, I post a link. You make use of that link to come into the program and make a contribution. That is why you see that link there. That very link there is for you to come into the program and make your contributions. Whatever your contribution might be. You must not agree with everything I say. You might say your mind and speak. If you want to encourage Biafrans also, feel free, come in and encourage Biafrans. If you have a complaint to learn, click the link, come in and make your complaint. If you have a suggestion to make, click the link, come in and make your suggestion. If you have a correction to make, click the link. If you have a question to ask, click the link. That link is for you to make use of. Very interactive. I'm not just here talking alone. The Biafra we're talking about belongs to me and you. It is our nation. Biafra is not a particular individual. It's comprises of many nations. Biafra comprises of many nations. You have the Ijaw nations, the Efik nations, some of the Edo nations, you have the Igbo nation, you have so many other nations in that very Biafra. So in this very platform, you have the right to come in and you can use any language that is very fluent to you. If it is your traditional language, you use it. Any Biafran language is allowed. You can speak to your people in your own language. You can use the broken language. You can use English. Any language that is comfortable with you, come in here and express yourself. But I want you to know that Biafra we're talking about is not just one nation. It is not just the Igbos. It is not just the Efik, not the Ijaws, not just the Calabar, not just the Edo part of Biafra. We are talking about all the people comprised who are in the old southeastern region, the present south-south, and the southeast, the lower Benue. Any place you are and your mother is tying two pieces of wrapper, this message is for you. You are part of the Biafra. So we come here to air our opinion, to encourage each other, and remind each other that there are certain rights that we must not play with. We must not allow anybody to take away any of our rights from us. There are some certain rights that we must protect to the last strength we have. Those rights are one, the right to self-determination. Another one is the right to self-defense. International law supports you to defend yourself. Natural law supports you to defend yourself. African law supports you to defend yourself. Nigerian law itself promotes self-defense. Third one is the right to life. The right to life is given to us by the creator of heaven and earth, Chukwu Kabiam. He gave us that right to life, and nobody must take it away from us. International law supports it. African law supports it. Nigerian law is to support. You have the right to your life. Do not allow anybody to tell you otherwise. You have the right to live. You have the right to survive. You have the right to exist wherever you find yourself on planet Earth. So what we do is to remind Biafrans of this whole there and never allow anybody to take it away from them. So as you join us, I will urge you to please like and share. Like and share. Make sure you share to at least one WhatsApp group. Make sure that you bring at least one person to this program today so that we can be able to reach out to as many people as possible. So before we continue, while we go on, I have to welcome some few people that I can see their name on comment section. I can see Emeni Kechibo. You are welcome, Emeni Kechibo. I appreciate you. You're welcome. I can see Machi Bosse. Machi Bossa. Thank you so much, Machi. Thank you so much for joining, Machi. Okenwa Ogada. Thank you so much, Okenwa Ogada. I appreciate you, Okenwa. You're welcome. Emeni Kechibo, I appreciate you. You're welcome. And every other person that is there that is not writing, I can see Raphael Hannah too. Raphael Hannah, you are very much welcome. I appreciate every one of you that has always joined me on this platform. Most of the time, they try to hinder our message. Most of the time, they try to keep us and limit our audience. So the only way we break the bounds is by your support, by what you are doing. By the time you help us to share, by the time they kick you out, you still remain there. You are making us to become indestructible. And I appreciate every single person in this platform today. And I say, may Chukwu continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and give you that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to stand firm until we get to Biafra land. Today, we are still talking on that word of encouragement. We have to discuss on another milestone success in defense of Biafra land. Yes, we are making success every blessed day. We are making great success, great success. We are making great success, and we will continue to make success. I see my brother George Money. You're welcome, George Money. Benjamin Chikodi. Thank you so much for joining. And in this progress that we are making, we must hold on to it. We must hold on to the progress we have made so far. You see, that is why it is not good to rush into things. When you see our Prime Minister taking his time, taking one step at a time, there is a reason why he's taking those steps. I love our Prime Minister so much that he's somebody who you cannot push. You can't push him around. Neither will you like cajole him, get into something that he don't want to do. He takes his close events. And once he moves, he's not looking back. He doesn't make a statement and let her go back on it. No. That is why he takes his time before he speaks. He say, if you pay attention closely, you will later find out why he is doing what he is doing. We must sustain it. We must sustain it. We must sustain it. And it is your responsibility. It is my responsibility for us to put our hands together and progress and even move ahead more. There is nothing like looking back or withdrawal. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That is why it has become very, very important that if not been paying attention, you have not been contributing, this is time for you to pay attention and make your contributions. For the ESN, the Trent Army, to support this struggle. I have said it time and time again, you don't even need to wait until the day of fundraising. The contact on how to make payments or how to make your donations are there on the flyer. The flyer is always out there. All you need to do is to get the flyer, make sure you type the website correctly, and then you make your donations. We must sustain this very pressure. There is no doubt today that we are making headways. We are winning. There's no doubt whatsoever that we are winning. We are winning on different angles, on different corners, on different issues. There's no doubt about that. If you are having a doubt, it means you are not paying attention or you are just being economical with facts. But as long as you're those who trust, who has facts and you trust truth, there's no way you can say we're not making progress. And all you have to do is to make sure we hold that progress and never take our hands off it. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for joining.
I'm
Can you hear me?
again. Welcome.
Yeah, I'll go on.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm a miracle. Is
okay, Samira.
Moabo, State of Indiana, United States of America, Indiana State admin or coordinator.
You're welcome, sir.
Ndị Nigeria aghọtara ife na-abịanụ. Ana m emerefe ebere. Ọ bụrụ na ha ghọtara ife na-abịanụ kemgbe ụnyaahụ ka ha kara ịyọ ayịyọ sị ka a mara otu a ga-esi mee ife a. Mana ha ghọtara. Maka na ịma ndị be anyị, our people, I mean, God say, is it really God? But there is a say in my place. Now, when God want to kill a dog, mgbe nkụta chie na-achọ igbu ya, ọ naghị anụzi shinshin, ọ naghị shi ka o ji survive until ala ya n'iyi agụrụ gbuo ya. So Nigeria is really having a serious problem that they don't know how to solve. How I pray they will understand what is actually coming, because that man, our prime minister, Haji Egwu man. Hey man, the Yoruba guy prophesy is something. Igina. Igina is that this small puppy. And bohu na ụmụ anụmanụ ọhịa dị iche iche bịara ịta nwunye nke dị egwu. O bidoro demonstrate build the features of wild animal.
Exactly.
Ha na-eche ma ọ Nnamdi Kanu na-abịa abụ future wild animal. Na wild animal apụtago. That wild animal, that very prophetic Ginaku maka ya nọ n'ime this very Simon. Ha ka na-achọ ha jidochie Nnamdi Kanu ike na-eche na onye ahụ na-edevelop wild animal. Nwanne ndị a alago n'iyi. Because this wild animal anyị nwa na onwe anyị nọkwa n'ebe dị iche iche. Gị nwa so nọ n'ebe dị iche iche. Ndị a aghọtaghị ilu a tụrụ ebe ahụ. Ha aghọtaghị ilu ha che na wild animal bụ Simon ịgba ma Nnamdi Kanu ga na-apụta wụrụ wild animal. Ha ma na anyị nwakara wụ the wild animal. Anyị ga-ataba gwuo. Anyị atabagokwe ha gwuo. Earlier the better. Negotiation adịghịzikwa. The time of negotiation is in the past now. Yeah, the prophet of that man has come to pass. Na-akụ aka n'ụzọ na-asị ka abịa nwee negotiation asị gị na-emechigo ụzọ. Nwanne ihe Nigeria ga-eme ugbu a wee chili aka elu si ngwalabazienu. If they want to survive.
Absolutely.
If they don't do that, I promise you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abịama, ọ bụghị naanị na anyị ga-alabụrụ Biafra kama anyị ga-convert ndị ochie ha azabazie Biafra. Ịhụrụ otu abazi mee anyị na 1967. My prayer is that we are going to make them to become Biafra by fire by force. Ha achọghị ịbụ Biafra, ha agbapụ from everything concerning Nigeria. We don't care. We are ready and we are moving forward. And we don't even care. Anything can happen. But for us, anyị ekwunyego ya anyị ewerego mbazụmanyị ike gbama anyị ma ọfịa nọrọ dị ya na-achọ onye anyị na-atagbu anyị ga-atagbu ogwuo ha na-atani ha gwogwuo now. So ndị jọrọ njọ karịa mụnwa jọọ njọ karịa gị nwa jọọ njọ karịa Simon ịkpa na onwe ba nọ dị ya ready to ịta ndị a gwogwuo anyị ga-finish ya finally. Thank you so much. I know what you are doing. I am supporting you. I'm encouraging you. And I ask you to keep on with your good work. And may Chukwu Okike Abịama continue to bless you. Amen. Amen.
You say? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you on the platform. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank
you so much, sir. Thank you.
It is well.
So, my fellow Biafrans, you see, I used to tell you this platform that each time you come here, you must pay attention, feel free to air your opinion, that people that are watching this program, you can't believe the people that are watching this program, and there is no point you make here that is not been taken note of. There's nothing you say in this platform that has not been taken note of. That is why I encourage people. If there is still any confusion you have in you, any question, you click the link, come and ask the question. If I cannot provide an answer, I have some superior who can give you an answer. If there's any suggestion you have, that is bothering, that is making you not to support the movement now, speak out. Begin to wonder, when you see the prophecy of Chukwu Okike come, it comes like a bomb, and there's nothing you can do. I can bet you that he didn't even know what he was saying when he was saying it. Iginla himself didn't know what he was saying. He will not be denying his question. But today, a replay of everything he had just said. Supreme Amazon Nanekano told them that if you make, you are going to see people who are much him, and there are a lot of them lined up, Biafrans everywhere. Every one of you must stand firm and be focused. You're welcome, my beloved brother. Thank you for joining. Good to see you again today.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. You are doing a great job.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining.
Sorry, I have kind of two suggestions or kind of, let's say, suggestions also. I think what is
Okay.
happening now, um, we all know that maybe after the incident at the Nigerian army and the other, they will come up and start ransacking the village and killing people and other things. So are there no measures we can take maybe after all these things then, as in to defend these our people? Because since we say we are fighting to defend our people, are there no other measures we can put in place to protect them, knowing that after these things then they will come back to attack? So, and the second one is I have a feeling, because when it comes to security, at least that's my area. These weapons, I don't think at times they should be careful, because Nigerian security can plant some tracking devices on them to get the locations of where men are. So that's the only two things bothering me right now, which I say, okay, let me share with you, so at least you can let it get
Yeah.
to right quarter. So that is what I have been thinking about. So I said, let me reach you. So thank you very much. I don't
Thank
have
you.
much to say. That's the only two things I suggested.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Your observations are very, very accurate and noted. And it shows that you are committed and you are following up. But I can assure you that every single thing you have said here have been thought about and debated and is in line. It's just as if you are in the meeting. So there are things are being put in place, actually. Maybe if you had the last broadcast of our Prime Minister when he talked about the strike force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The strike force have their own duty. We know that they will come. It is very certain they must come. They will come.
Yeah.
And every measure is being put in place. And if you have followed Master Samuel on Twitter, there was a tweet he made. He said that we are waiting. There's no point. There's no point them announcing or making. They should
Yeah.
come
I'm
around.
not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not on Twitter, but I follow him on other platforms.
Exactly. So that thing you said, you are on point. Your points are being noted, and it has been taken. It has been taken care of. And the issue of tracking devices, that is another thing that has been taken care of. You know, if you remember when Mazen Nandekano was around, remember the time when Mazen Nandekano gave an open check and said that if you resign from the military, that the IPOB will pay you, come back home and join the
Yes.
ESN.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so many of them came, and when some of them came, they were just an informant. Even the zoo sent some
Yeah.
informant, and we knew that it would happen. So
Yes.
there was a measure that being put in that place to put a boundary so they cannot be able to penetrate. So all this is being considered. We know when you are dealing with security officers, of course, there will be tracking devices, like even taking their vehicle and the van. When our private taking their vehicle and the van,
Yeah.
have experts on the ground who will do all those checkups before anything is being taken.
Okay.
There are some people who have been trained about this. There are people who are trained to monitor this, check all this thing before they can take it and step an inch. Anyone they cannot be able to dictate or they cannot say they destroy it. That is how it's been done.
Yeah.
So your points are very well noted and they have been taken care of.
Okay.
Liberation Army are well trained and equipped. And remember, person that is not just person. He's not just also somebody who has a military experience. So with his experience in military, we cannot make there are certain mistakes we cannot make. Nobody is perfect.
Yeah.
It's good for you to remind and talk about it, but I believe with his own experience, there are certain mistakes we cannot make. Thank you so much, my brother. I
All
appreciate
right.
you. I appreciate you. Just keep on. Any information, any question, any idea you have, feel free to share with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my. Appreciate you. So, my fellow Biafrans, as usual, are still going on, doing every single thing we are supposed to do. And I thank Chukwu Kadian. When I see the way Biafrans speak on this program and the way they make their points, it only shows that they are attention to events. They are not just observers. It shows that they are not just observers. Because if they are observers, there are certain suggestions they will not make. But when you see people making suggestions, asking questions, saying things they have seen, you will know that people are actually paying attention. But assurance I'm giving you is that the man today who is in charge of affairs of this very restoration of Biafra, he's not just a civilian. He has a military experience. And there are certain mistakes he can make. We are on the path. That is why you must channel your energy today to supporting the Biafra Republic government. Anything you know you can do, if you sincerely want freedom, anything you know you can do today to make that freedom come, please do not hesitate. Don't hesitate. You're welcome, my beloved brother. Good to see you again. Good afternoon,
my brother. Good morning, sir. How was your night?
Very well, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in the midst of my Biafrans, wonderful people here.
Yes.
I'm in the midst of people from Imo State and the rest. We are all here together talking about our PM.
Wow.
Talking about
That's nice.
About PM. That is fantastic. That is what we are all confirming right now. All of us are confirming. Some of them are calling their relative in back home, letting them know that they should all obey the curfew ordered by our PM. So we thank God.
Exactly.
That
is right thing to do.
Awareness is going wider than we expected. It's going wider. It's going faster, like a Wi-Fi. Yes, we thank God. Nothing can stop us from going. Nothing can stop us. I just want to say hi to you people. Nothing can stop us.
Thank you.
No amount of propaganda can stop our PM from moving forward.
No, nothing.
Yeah,
thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Continue with that evangelism. Continue with that evangelism. Continue to send. It's a radical evangelism. Anybody you can reach, let's begin to push it. They have their conventional media, but we have the social media, and they cannot blockade it on media anymore. It can happen. Our information must go. So keep on sensitizing people. Information is very important. Let them obey simple instruction and let us walk away and go home.
Yes.
As simple as that.
We are there already. Just a little push.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, my fellow Biafrans, that are how Biafrans are not sleeping. People are taking responsibility. And I ask you, you that is watching on the comment section, you that is, ask yourself, what are you doing? You can see people coming out to make their opinion. You can see people coming out to show impact, to show what they are doing. What are you doing? If you have not taken up a responsibility, you are not doing yourself any good. Every one of us must take up a responsibility. You must. It is a must. It is a must. There is something you can do. You can't tell me there's nothing you cannot do. There is something every one of us can do. And once we come together and everybody pick up an assignment sincerely, you will just wake up and you see Biafra. You know, we used to say that you sleep and wake up in Biafra. You think it's a joke. It is going to happen. It is going to happen very, very fast. The speed at which Biafra is coming, it's unbelievable. We have made tremendous progress and we continue to make progress. And I bet you more things are going to happen. More things are definitely going to happen. So wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you to stand up for that which is right. Pick up responsibility and take not be the same again. Sister, thank you for joining.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. It's like you're on the road.
I'm inside KK. I'm watching.
You're welcome.
Okay, sir. I'm happy to to be here again. All hail Biafra.
Good to see you.
All hail
All hail
Biafra.
Biafra.
We are
All hail
going.
Biafra.
We are going home.
Sure, we are going.
My prayer
Absolutely.
is that our leader will come out and follow us,
He will.
and he will bring Biafra, and he will be witness, and people will say story about Biafra that have to say.
Yes.
And I have someone here. He's a member of Biafra.
Yeah.
All Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
Hey,
Yeah. We
thank
are
you,
going
sir.
home.
The people
Thank
that
you.
God selected, we will be here, and Biafra will come.
It will
Anywhere
come.
in the
It will. Mm.
we will talk about Biafra.
Yes.
Thank you for the good work. I pray that
Thank you
God
so
will
much.
give you strength to finish what we have started.
You see? You see? You see?
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
So, my fellow Biafrans that are watching, you can see very busy doing what they're supposed to do, even in the most tight corner, even in the most tight situation. You see Biafrans airing their voice, making their opinion. If you see the fire, but I tell people, I say that if you see a true Biafran, somebody doesn't have to tell you. If you see a true Biafran that has the Biafran blood flowing in their vein, it doesn't matter their religion, it does not matter their location, it does not matter their tongue, it doesn't matter their tribe, it doesn't matter their dialect. If you see somebody that is a true Biafran with the Biafran blood flowing in their vein, you don't need to preach much to them. They will connect to Biafra. They will connect. You don't even need to talk to them. You will see them connecting. When you talk to them, you see the fire burning in them. You see the Biafran fire burning in them. That is how to identify a true Biafran. A true Biafran is focused on the freedom. Anything that he hears that will bring the freedom of Biafra, he will connect to it. It doesn't matter where it comes from. If you see a true Biafran, how you will know them is that they do not care where that freedom comes from. What matters to them is who is going to get us that freedom. Anybody can get it. They don't care. They are not sentimental. That is the spirit of a true Biafran. Mazin Nandekanu said it expressly clear. He said, if you know how you can bring Biafra, go ahead and get it. It is not compulsory that you must be a member of IPOB. You must be under him. Mazin Nandekanu said, go and get me Biafra. If you know how to get it, go your way and get it. That is the spirit of a Biafran. And our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, said he made his own statement. He said, go ahead and fight for Biafra. If you get it before us, since you feel we're not doing it right, if you go ahead, get Biafra before us, we will meet in Biafra land. If we get it before you, we will also meet in Biafra land. And the law court of Biafra will now look at it and see who has gone wrong and who has done right. If there's any way any one of us have gone right or wrong, the law will explain. And whatever the law says, you face the consequence of the law. So what matters to a true Biafran is how that freedom is one thing that connects every one of us. So when you see somebody fighting somebody who is a freedom fighting the same freedom he claimed to be fighting, when you see somebody who devoted his or her time in his or her program, talking against a fellow Biafran, bringing them down, it doesn't matter the name you bear. It doesn't matter your language, your tribe, your location, your religion. Once you are doing that, you are not a Biafran. The spirit of Biafra is not in you. It is that you have a mixed blood or something else is manipulating you. But those who are with their senses intact, where they are focused on that collective interest that joined every one of us together. There is one single thing, one collective interest that joined everyone. That is why when I hear some people who are saying to change the name Biafra, you want to change the name and you answer, and then some of them say that name has been Igbo-nized. They don't want to use that name. So talking trash in their mouth. a name where millions of people have lost their life without any memory to their name today. It was only in the era of Mazen Nandekan we begin to remember our fallen heroes. Not until we lay a stone for them and give them a memorial in an independent state. Talking of stopping that name is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. You must not speak about it. You must not have such thought. It is a time that every one of us have to connect and do that which is supposed to do. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Again. So we must not gamble with the situation we are in. We are in a time where everything will be working for us. We're in a time where people have to take responsibility. Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear
All
you.
right,
Go ahead.
good. Then a lot of things are covering my face here, as if you are not even hearing me.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on, but like I said before, I thank you for what you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
I I I, I feel like let me just share this from from your program here.
You're welcome, sir.
The coffee is going on in our country, Biafra land now. But I have my boy at home who is keeping some records of what is going on there. And he told me that people like, I'm from Anambra State. I got a local government. He told me that people of Anambra is not obeying the order of the coffee. And I was like doubting him. I say he has to send me some videos that shows like main market or Obosi, Muka, and some other places are not keeping and obeying that very coffee. I try to encourage him to keep on that we are aware, we know what we are doing.
Exactly.
But I also want to make it clear from this platform that if you are not obeying this very coffee, I'm sorry for you because you don't know what is coming.
Absolutely.
Don't think that Biafra Liberation Army is not seeing you. I'm seeing you. They are seeing you. You're only digging your grave before your time. You need to really be careful. Whatever thing you are doing there, thinking that nobody is seeing you, they are monitoring you. Those 15 people on uniform, even though that the Gota media of Nigeria is reporting 8 or 7, I don't know. It's 15. Oh, don't think they don't know that you are doing that. Your own case will be strong, be worse than that very people. So I want you to be very careful. If you are from Anambra State, because at this point, it's do or die affair. I don't care anymore. If you are from Anambra State and you are actually not obeying this order, especially the market leaders and the people who are in charge, I laugh in a Latin. Be careful because we are monitoring you. You will definitely receive the message.
Sure.
The message will definitely come. But do you really want the message? His coded message. Respect the order of Biafra, Republic government in exile, because they are in charge now. I heard what Matthias said today. That makes my day. Despite when what is his name? The man called Nabu. Can you remember my brother?
Benjamin Nabu.
Huh?
Is it Benjamin Nabu?
Benjamin Nabu. And the improvement in South Africa, shouting and trying to tell Matthias to begin to say that it was Simon that sent the people that kidnapped his own brother. We see it all. We are here. Whatever you say in that your stupid nonsense smelling mouth, we see it from here. Sorry for the YouTube, whatever. At the end of the day, what's happened? The gallant man, the man that has a perfect training, they know what they are looking for. They release the poor man to go home, and warn him what to do. But you are here asking somebody to say Simon Ekpa is destroying the I mean, what a shame. I'm very, very ashamed of you. I'm going to come fully to confront all of you. I mean, I will establish my own platform so that I will not be talking from this, my brother on. I'll come fully so you know the stuff I made of. If you are looking at my face, you might know me very well. Some of you might know me very well. I'm not like a hiding person.
Absolutely.
Before I come to where I am now, I've been a movie. I mean, like in the movie, if you're watching Nigerian movie, you should know this face. It's not it's not a new face if you're watching African Magic. So I'm telling you that you that did that, God is watching you. I mean, it's not only God watching now, because God is not coming from heaven to do anything. He's using us.
Of course.
To deal with you. I mean, like, I'm very, very angry with this kind of people that we say we are together with. That improvement, I don't know his name. But I tell you that God is going to
He doesn't even deserve. He doesn't deserve you mentioning his name. He doesn't deserve that.
Doesn't deserve me mentioning him. Who is he for me to mention his name? He's a very illiterate. He knows nothing. But I'm telling you what you have done. We know everything. But who lost? Who lose now? The Matthias brother came back and said, the people that catch him did not receive funding from him. They only asked him to go home and warn him. What a great nation. What a great nation that is about a match. And you are here destroying yourself. Biafra is deliverance of the Africa and the deliverance of the whole world. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. They are the deliverance. They are the savior of the whole world, Africa. You can't put them down. They know what they are doing. They are capable. They up and doing. And I tell you, more radical people is coming up. You don't know. You don't know what is happening. More radical people. I'm one of the radical. And I'm coming up very soon. And we must get this very Biafra, whether you like it or not. We must get this Biafra. In fact, the Biafra is here. So, my brother, once again, I thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Keep on with this good work you are doing. And may Chukwu Okike Biama continue to bless you. Amen.
You say, you say, you say, you say. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. We appreciate your presence and all the informations are taken note of. Our Biafrans appreciate you and we continue to appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, my fellow Biafra, you can see our elder have also spoken. One of our brother out there have also made a very, very strong point and warning. You see, it is so, it is so, it's everything that happens. That is why I tell people that when your way pleases Chukwu Okike Abiama, everything will begin to work for your own good. Even your enemy will begin to speak on your behalf. When your way pleases Chukwu Okike Abiama, your enemies will be preaching you. Look at Mazen Nandekano today. Those that hated him with all God today, they preach him, they confess him as a good man. And everything you do against Biafra today will work for our own good. Everything you do to fight against Biafra will turn out to work for our own good. It doesn't matter what it is. Every single blackmail propaganda you raise against Biafra will turn out to be a promotion. Because it places Chukwu Okike Abiama. And if you think what I'm telling you is a joke, where you are going to see that every single thing you do against Biafra turn out to be good is go to the platform of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa on Twitter. Every negative thing you say about our Prime Minister, he will help you to promote it. Do you know why? Every negative thing you say about our Prime Minister, he will help you to promote it. And before you finish your statement, that negative thing you thought that you are doing against him will now turn to be a backup and an evidence for him to be saved. It will become a promotion for him. Look at them. They came, they want to blackmail us with the kidnap of Matthias' brother. They began to push talk from different side of their mouth. Today, the man has been released and he has spoken with his own mouth. No dime was collected from him. It wasn't about money. It is about security of the land, security of life and property of Biafran people. And when I tell you that the Biafran Liberation Army are very, very disciplined to the core. For the Biafran Liberation Army, it doesn't matter your religion. It does not matter your tribe. As long as you're an innocent man, they have no business with you. Their business is with those who have stood their ground to say that Biafra will not leave. Those who are making our life uncomfortable and unbearable. Those who are taking the life of the innocent ones. Those terrorists in uniform. That is where they have their business. The Biafran Liberation Army has rule of engagement. We are not into extortion of any kind, of any sort. The Biafran Liberation Army, very, very disciplined. They obey instructions. They have a rule of engagement. Unlike the Zoological Republic, the zoo doesn't have a rule of engagement. That is why after a confrontation with either the Biafran Liberation Army or the ESN, they will go back and begin to face innocent citizens that has nothing to do with the event. After a confrontation with any group at all, not only any group, whenever any place they have a confrontation with a group, then they go after the innocent one, unarmed civilians, children, women, begin to burn houses and properties. They have continued to do this again and again and again and again. But in Biafra, you can't find such. That is why when I see people who are, whenever I see all those blackmail rising up, if you see any blackmail, just relax. Don't bother yourself. It's just a question of time. Any blackmail they bring, just look at it. Just relax. That is why you see our Prime Minister. The more you blackmail him, the more he dances and laugh it over. Because whenever there is a new blackmail, you know there's a new promotion coming. Whenever there is a new blackmail against the struggle, against our Prime Minister, you know there is a new promotion coming. Dear friends, we have to stand up. And for those in Biafra land You have heard our elder who spoke here, you have heard him on the way he narrated issues that some people in Anambra State are not obeying. We know that is how it always is. In every time that an order is given, you always see some people who will try to experiment themselves. You that is a new Biafran, don't look at your neighbor if he is coming out or not coming out. Don't look at the next person. Once you talk to him to stay behind, that there is a key, let him be. Since he wants to volunteer himself as a sacrificial lamb, the same people that are forcing him to come out will be these people to take him out. All those Thomas who want to see before they believe, do not worry. Don't bother yourself. They will see. That thing they want to see, they will see it. Our duty in the media is to notify you ahead of time. Our duty on the media is to make sure that every Biafran is carried along. And I thank Shukwu Okukame, there has never been anything that was done without informations around. And in every occasion, those who fall victim are always those who try to see or they don't believe. Those Thomas, they want to see before they believe. Why they are bringing out their head to peep, they are gone. The same people that he's telling you to come out, they will be the same people to take you out. That is how it's always, you know, we say some of them don't obey. They will always want to see action before they obey. And you never know who is going to be the sacrificial lamb. If you choose yourself to be the sacrificial lamb, people who are telling you to come out, that will come out and use you as a setup. And of course, after they use you as a setup, it will now become a promotion for us as Biafrans. This is how it works. Every single setup they plan turned out to become a promotion. It turned out to become, it turns automatically, it turns around. There is no propaganda they have pushed that have not turned around for. When they paraded 3 suspects that they, 3 Biafrans that they murdered, innocent people that they took their life, 3 Biafrans, they took their life. And they went and began to tell us that they are members of ESN. They say they went to ESN camp and they took some people. A blatant lie before, in broad daylight, lying against people in broad daylight, that they went to ESN camp and they caught 3 people and they brought them down, not knowing that they went to the home of innocent Biafrans to arrest them in their own home. There was no exchange of fire. There was no confrontation. They went to their home. Eyewitnesses came to confess. And thank you, it was not even us that responded. When they made that comment, our Prime Minister responded and said that ESN, Biafra Liberation Army, has not lost anybody, and we don't have any encounter in any of our camp. Our Prime Minister quickly responded and said, we have not lost any single soul in our camp, and no camp has been attacked. And the following day, Sahara Reporter came out with a report that the people that they took their life were innocent Biafrans, and they were not caught in any camp. They took them from their homes and they took their life. But they came out and began to tell that they went to the camps. This is the template they play every now and again. And you see, that is why I pity people who don't obey instructions. Because, you know, the zoo, they are always looking for something to hold hand on, to blackmail. These are people who can take innocent life just to blackmail a person. They don't value you. They do not value you. They don't even value their so-called one Nigerians, let alone you. I'm telling you that people who are promoting Nigeria themselves, they don't value them. How much more those of us who they know we are not Nigerians? You saw in NSAS, during NSAS, people who were protesting with their flag. NSAS, people who were protesting with the flag of Nigeria. They mold them down. They open fire on them. They don't care. Even while they were singing their so-called national anthem, they took their life. If they can do that to their own people, how much more you? And people don't learn. Did you remember that apart from that of NSAS, they have done this same thing before? They have done it before. And they repeated it in NSAS. During the time of Asaba Massacre, do you know what happened? During Asaba Massacre, do you know that those people came out to welcome the Nigerian military? They were singing and dancing for them, welcoming them, wearing whites to welcome them. Those people in Asaba then. People from different tribes, different locations are different. They came together. Instead of joining their brothers to defend the land, they wanted to play neutral. And that is the danger of being neutral. It was the danger of being neutral. They wanted to play neutral. Even while they were there receiving the military in Asaba Massacre, they opened fire and they took their life. That was how that event happened. Those ones decided to play neutral. They wanted to be detribalized, the good Biafrans. But I tell you, in the face of a Janjaweed, once you are from the old southeastern region, you are an enemy. They don't care about you. Some of us think it's a child's play. It's not a child's play. Reality. That's the reality. In the zoo, as long as you are from the old southeastern region, they don't treat you as a human. They treat us as the same. They see us as less than human. They have no respect for us. You wouldn't understand the weight of the hatred they have on us except you travel. Go to the north, go to the core north. At least spend, even if it's 1 month, spend 1 month. Then you begin to understand the explanations I'm making here. Leave Biafra and leave that southeastern region. Go to the north and spend and see how it doesn't matter your tribe, it does not matter your religion. Just leave that north, southeast. Go to the core north and spend a month. Then you understand whom you are. If you are unlucky, anything happen within that period of time, you are gone. They will not ask you, are you Igbo? Are you Ijo? Are you Calabar? Are you Edo? Are you? They won't do. Mere looking at you alone. As soon as they see you, they give you your name and you are gone. And that is how they see us. You know, when we are talking about the unity of Biafran people, some people don't understand it. But those of us who have lived in the northern part of Nigeria for years, those of us who lived in the northern part of Nigeria for years, we know what it is to be a Biafran. And we know whom a Biafran is. And forget about all the things they are doing. When you come back to Southeast, you begin to create your demarcation. When you find yourself outside Biafra land, when you find yourself outside the Southeast, you now realize, that is when you realize that that person you are calling your enemy is your closest brother. When you move, anybody from Ejo, Igbo, Efik, Edo, whatever, and you move outside and go to the northern part of Nigeria, it is then you will realize that these people are the only brothers that you have in that zoo. They are your brothers. Even when you deny it, the full animal will tell you that this is your brother. Since you don't want to identify, they will tell you this is your brother. It is only because some of us are not paying attention. That is why you still drag yourself. You are dragging your leg. We are talking of freedom. You are dragging your leg. You are this, you are that. You don't follow. I'm not part of it. I'm not talking about freedom. We want to be now. I pity some of them. So many of them are doing that of ignorance. Some are doing that of greed. Greed. Some are doing it because they have become so fraudulent that they cannot live without fraud anymore. Some are doing it because they have stolen a lot of money. Their life is now fraudulent and they cannot live in a straight society. That is why they are fighting Biafra. And this group set of people, there's never a way. If you're expecting them to support you, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. That is why every one of us here must intensify our support to Biafra government in exile. Intensify your support. In fundraising, it is very important. Nobody is funding this movement. It is you that is watching me. It is you and I that we fund this very movement and make it a reality. Nobody anyway. We don't have any sponsorship anyway. We don't have anybody. It is you. And we can do it. Yes, we can. We are talking about more than 70 million people across the world. We can do it. The Jews sponsored their own independence. Even when the Jews were pursuing their own independence, they are rich people. The wealthy men who are Jews in the United States, they never supported. Instead, they were working against their own people. So what is happening in our own case today is not new. It is something that has happened in the past. When the Jewish people were fighting for the Jewish state, the state of Israel you are seeing today, people, they are rich men, they are wealthy men who are Jewish in the United States. They were even buying weapons. They were even sponsoring enemies against their own people to make sure that they didn't have their freedom. The same thing we are experiencing today. But did they stop them? They couldn't succeed because the mandate was the mandate of Chukwu Kabiam, that the Jews, we have their own nation. Just as we have our own mandate now from Chukwu Kabiam, that the Biafran nation, the last miracle on the planet Earth, must come on. The nation that will redeem the earth. The nation that will stand in gap in the new era. The nation that will stand out in the new world order. To bring out a place where Chukwu Kabiam will worship the truth and the spirit, where things will be done the way it's supposed to be. You can't stop that nation. The time has come. The world is moving in a great speed, and you cannot stop Biafra from coming now. This is the time. This is the time. There is no more going back, no delay. No. If you think you can stop it, you don't know what is coming. You do not know what is coming. Every Biafran that is watching this program, all I'm going to tell you now is that please and please, tomorrow is the fundraising of the Biafra program in Israel, fundraising of ESN and Biafra Liberation Army. Be in that fundraising. I beg you in the name of Chukwu Kabiam. If you have been contributing before, thank you so much for contribution, but please raise your contribution. We have more responsibility than ever. Whatever you have been doing in the past, increase it. We can do this. And in this very struggle, there's no retreat, no surrender. It is forward ever and backward never. There is nothing like, let's wait, later we'll continue. We can't. We cannot afford to get success we have made so far. We must continue to sustain that success. The success we have made and continue to make, we must continue to sustain the momentum. And how can we do it? We'll do it by increasing our support, more especially financially. Very, very important. If you have not started contributing, please, this is the time. This is the time. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, talk to people around you. Let every hand be on deck. Let us sustain this momentum. Let us sustain this success we made. We cannot afford to lose it. I pray that Chukwu Kabiam will continue to keep us strong. And once again, on the curfew that is going on in Biafra land, please obey the curfew. If you're in this platform today, you have heard from our elder that spoke, call your family and tell them they must obey the curfew. Don't gamble your life. Don't look at anybody. Do your part to save yourself. Okay, so long, but mamili, okorongwe, wake up my canal. Okay, so long, but mamili, okorongwe, my call okay. If the rat follow the lizard enter water, the lizard might survive it, but okay, the rat might not survive it too. The rat might not survive it. That is why. Don't say because other people are coming out, you want to come out. Don't say because your neighbor is not observing, you don't want to observe. What going on? The Biafran Liberation Army is watching. These same people that I tell you to come out, they will be the same people to take you out when the time happens. Right? It will happen now. It will always happen because we will always want, and the stubborn ones, the Thomases, we always want to see. It is going to happen. Just watch and see. And if you are obeying the instruction, please continue to obey. The 3 weeks, no addition, no reduction. This civil disobedience of curfew must be held intact for us to get results. And after that, we are going to the next phase. Again, remember, the convention that is coming up in Finland, if you have not registered, please prepare. That convention is for every one of us. We must be there. May Chukwu guide and protect every one of us and secure us. Everyone that is watching this platform today, may Chukwu guide and protect you and secure you, give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to move on until we get into our freedom. May Chukwu guide and protect the ESN, guide and protect the BNL, guide and protect all the Liberation Army, God and protect all our media warriors, God and protect every member of the cabinet of Biafra program, God and protect all the Umada. May Chukwu God and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Epa. May Chukwu God and protect our Supreme Mazi Nandekano. I pray that we will all be victorious on the last day. No weapon formed of fashion against us shall prosper. No weapon formed of fashion against our Prime Minister shall prosper. No weapon formed of fashion against our Supreme Leader Mazi Nandekano shall prosper. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you again later in the evening. If you can join me on Chooks for Survival on Facebook page, join me. We'll continue there. And again, we'll have our joint program in the evening. Please try to connect on our joint program in the evening, which we are having joint media program in the evening, so that we can be able to go for. Thank you and stay blessed.